We're in the middle of phase 3 opening. We'll take a walk around, see how things are going. We're at the Port Imperial station here in Weehawken. Take the ferry across. But as you can see, even though it's phase 3, absolutely nothing going on. We'll see you on the other side. Alright, we made it across. As you can see, the ferry was empty. There was only one other person coming across. Like I said, we're in phase 3. It looks more like phase 0. Well, we're gonna take a walk over, maybe head back to Times Square to see if it's gotten any busier over there. And we'll see how things are going here, phase 3 in New York City. Right here, we're at the Javits Center. This is the construction that's taking place. They're expanding it. One of the biggest events they have every year. One of the 2 biggest events in the city. The car show and New York Comic Con is held here. 2 largest indoor events, attracts hundreds of thousands of people. But the October Comic Con show obviously has been canceled. And I'm curious, there hasn't been any word about New Year's Eve in Times Square, but I'm sure that's going to be canceled too. Not in service. No need to have any buses running in phase 3. As you can see here on the right, like I was saying, they're expanding the Javits. You can see the sign that they're adding over another 1 million square feet of space. The timing of all this might not have been so great because obviously, this started before the entire COVID lockdown situation, when you were allowed to have hundreds of thousands of people entering a building. Now you clearly can't have that, so going forward, what exactly is going to happen to all these convention centers across the country is anyone's guess. We would like to think at some point everything opens up and things get back to normal. Might be able to get a look at the front of the Javits. The distance there on the right, you see all the glass structure and the construction going on right there. That's the Javits. When that will open is anyone's guess. At some point there was a temporary hospital built in there. I don't know if they've taken that down or not. So let's walk a little more. Go ahead and cross 11. Down 41st. I believe the general area here is known as Hell's Kitchen. If you're ever driving into the city and you get here early enough, I'm sure it's no problem now, but this was always a great deck to park in, because when you're done doing whatever it is you're doing, you just zip right out of here, right here, and you're right back in the Lincoln Tunnel. Quick and easy. I don't know if this church was open prior to lockdown. I know in phase 2, they said you're allowed to go back to houses of worship. This one looks pretty locked down, but it may have been locked down for a while now. I'm not really sure. I mean, there is a schedule out there, so I'm guessing at some point it must have been open. Enjoy an ice cold Pepsi? Probably not. Probably not going to enjoy anything there. Closed until further notice. Though the sign says Broadway Magic, there's no magic taking place. We're back in the Times Square area. 2020 goal still present. Let's see if it turns to 2021. So here we are in the heart of it, and there really isn't anything else. We just stopped at one of the corner vendors. These guys are great. Just gave us some water. He didn't even charge us full price. And he's telling us, you know, no business other than the construction. Construction guys are the only ones buying stuff. Coming up on a hotbed of the city, Trump Tower. There's been protests in front of Trump Tower. They want to call them counter-protests. There's a Black Lives Mural on the street. Regardless of where you stand politically, we're just here to observe. Everyone's entitled to their political views. And everyone should respect everyone's views. Definitely more barricades and definitely more of a police presence since the last time we were here. I guess we're allowed to walk over there. Looks like the mural here was vandalized. doesn't look like you can get anywhere near the front of Trump Tower. But people are making their statements, regardless of where you stand on the issue.